Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Sister Saida Al-Salam with you. I welcome you back to a series of a Young Muslimah. And today's session 7. I like to start off by taking a deep breath with me now, this time. Whew. I know you're looking at this title, and you might be thinking that you want to slide under the chair or your pillow, or might be deeply fascinated by your shoes. We are talking today about there is nothing fun about pornography. I know it can feel a little awkward or uncomfortable to talk about this out loud, but I promise you this is a safe, judgment free space. We are not here to shame anyone, lecture you, or pretend that we don't all live in a digital world where screens dominate our daily lives. The reality is that we live in a world where we're constantly attached to our phones, whether we are scrolling on social media, chatting in our group chats, because of how connected we are today. Explicit content or weird pop up ads can appear on our feeds when we least expect it. Sometimes friends bring it up. They talk about it, that they saw something, they heard something, or they want to discuss something. Curiosity just gets the better of us. It's completely normal to feel confused, embarrassed, or unsure of how to navigate all of this. But today we want to peel back the curtain, look at what is really going on behind the screen. We're going to look at the real brain science, the mental health impact, and why Islam sets boundaries to protect our hearts and minds. To understand why people get hooked on scrolling or watching explicit content, we have to look at how our brain works. It all comes down to a powerful brain chemical called dopamine, which often is called the feel good chemical. So every time like you watch something, you get a quick reward. Now, here's the trick. Your brain adapts very quickly, and soon it starts to crave more and more of that chemical hit just to feel normal. Before you even realize it, what is happening is a quick click can spiral into a habit, and that habit can turn into a full blown addiction that is really hard to break. This is not just something religious leaders talk about. Scientists, doctors, and even pop up stars are calling it out for what it really is. Pop icons like Billie Eilish have spoken openly about how watching explicit content at a young age completely scrambled her brain, gave her nightmares, and disoriented her idea of what healthy relationship looks like. The truth is that the entire standard is built on a lie. It's completely fake, full of actors, heavy makeup, filters, unrealistic standards. It tricks your brain into expecting things from real life that simply do not exist, which damages your self esteem, your body image, and your ability to form real, meaningful human relationships, connections, or romantic connections, halal connections, husband and wife, and all of that. In Islam, our guidance always comes back to respecting human dignity. Content like this teaches people to view human beings as mere objects, to be used rather than whole, valuable individuals deserving of respect and love. Every single person Allah created has worth. Keeping your private life private and respecting the privacy of others is not about shame or guilt. It's about self respect, honor, and safety. When Allah tells us in Surah An-Nur to lower our gaze, it's not a restriction meant to ruin our fun. It is a divine boundary designed to protect our mental peace and keep our hearts clean from things that take away our well being. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave a powerful example of how our choices affect everyone around us, using the story of two-deck ship. He explained that if people living on the bottom deck decide to drill a hole in the side of the boat just to get the water faster, the people on the top deck let them do it, the whole ship would sink and everybody would drown. But if they helped each other stop the damage, everybody on board will survive. Our minds and community are like that ship. Reminds me of Titanic just a bit. Islam rules are there to keep our ship floating so that none of us drown in harmful habits. So, how do we take control of our digital lives in the real world? First, you have to actively protect your feeds. Unfollow accounts that post clickbait or softcore content. Use ad blockers, set up content filters on your device so you do not accidentally, many of the young people who come to me, they say they accidentally went onto this social media or a forum or friend introduced it, and then and then one thing led to another. Second, always remember one of Allah's beautiful name is Al-Ghaffar, the most forgiving. If you ever stumbled onto something bad online or struggled with a bad scrolling habit, never lose hope. Shaitan loves to whisper that you have already messed up, so you might as well keep going on the bad path. That is a trap. The moment you catch yourself, close the tab, clear your history, ask for forgiveness, and reset. Allah loves when we turn back to Him. Finally, if anyone ever sends you explicit images, nudes, or semi nudes, or pushes you to look at something that makes you feel uncomfortable, do not carry that burden alone. Reach out to your parent, maybe a school counselor, an adult, or a friend who can support you. So today we are going to this up uh, by me telling you that you are worth so much more than just something cheap rush of excitement that's on your screen. Real confidence and true strength come from protecting your mind, honoring your body, guarding your relationship with Allah. May Allah keep our hearts pure, protect our eyes and minds from harm, and surround us with friends who always lift us up. Reflection question is that have you ever come across a video, a ad, a book, a movie scene, or something that was uh, explicit, and you decided to move away from there, or you decided to advise a friend to move away from there, you decided to help a friend, or you spoke to your parent about it, or how did you guard yourself? This is a safe zone. If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen to all your comments and your reflection and your experiences. Jazakallah khair. I'll see you in our next session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.